Howdy, howdy, y'all, and sorry I'm late. Yeah, it's just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Time is all relative and all that good stuff. Welcome to the first ever Daniel Dragonstaff YouTube live stream. I've never done this before. Obviously, this is my first one, and I typically do more pre-recorded content on this platform. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna share a little bit here in the beginning just to see if anybody does drop in. Oh yeah, I got my sunglasses on. My future's too bright. Okay. So yeah, I got a little notepad here with some fun little topics we'll go through, and then the rest of the stream, I've just got a bunch of bullet points of fun tricks that we can learn together, and they aren't really following any kind of theme or progression or anything. They're just random fun tricks that I wanted to go over, some of which I have tutorials for, some of which I don't. And if you notice, I kind of have a weird setup here. So when I'm looking at the screen, I'm not looking at the webcam. I kind of got the webcam more set up to capture the Dragonstaff stuff. But yeah, here in the chat portion, might look a little I might look a little all over the place, but I promise I am here with you all, and thank you in advance to anybody who drops in or anybody who may watch this down the road, because I do plan on leaving it up on YouTube for everyone. Some quick shout outs before we jump in. I just want to shout out everyone on the Patreon channel. I've been doing it a little over 3 years now. I did the Patreon channel for like a year and then moved everything over to my own website, and the lovely Patreon community followed me over to the website. And then after a year on the website, I guess you could say, crashed. They basically couldn't handle how many videos I was putting on there, and I was putting a lot on there, and long videos, yoga classes, things like that. So after about a year, the website went back to the Patreon, and a lot of people followed me back from Patreon to the website, back to Patreon. And I just can't thank you all enough. So I got to shout out the Patreon fam. And I'm going to shout out everyone from the Ninja Pirate Dragonstaff Intensive last year, because you guys made my year. I still think about that event all the time. And I'm just going to also shout out Ninja Pirate and shout out Flo Bonacci and shout out everybody not bringing the "you can't sit with us" vibes at the fire circle. So that also means shout out to anybody who jumps in on the stream or anybody who may be watching this down the road. So let's see. Like I said, I got some fun little bullet points and topics and things to go over. I'm planning to let this ride until about 5, so about an hour, but we'll see how fast we get through everything. And of course, more people show up and start asking questions, then who knows? Might go longer. We'll just see how it goes. And got my coffee here with my clown mug. And let's see. Before I jump in, I'm just going to say this has been a crazy week for me and a crazy time to start this live stream. Had a gosh darn enough with my muggle job last week and basically decided I'm just going to consider myself unemployed and start looking for a job hardcore. And so I did that for a day or two, and then woke up sick as a dog on the day of an interview that I'd gotten, like the day after I sent in the application. So yeah, spent like a day laying in bed sick, and then started to notice, because it was raining, that rain is coming underneath the floor of my bedroom and soaking my bedroom rug. So then even though I was still sick, I had to be a handyman and clean out the gutters and do this whole bunch of nonsense. And yeah, I'm like getting over being sick now, but if you hear me sound a little nasally, or if I start coughing up my lungs or something, that's why. I swear I'm not dying. I'm getting better. And shout out Caleb. I see you in the chat. Thank you so much. And what else has been going on with me this week? I guess that's about it. So yeah, then obviously today being the live stream, I was just praying that I would not still be as sick as I was, because for a good day or so there, I just wanted to lay down. And enough about that. Howdy, howdy, and welcome to everybody who has jumped on. Hope you are all doing lovely. Hopefully you had a better week than I just did, as I just talked about. But in case any of you missed it, if you're just jumping in, we are going to get to some Dragonstaff tricks and things. But I just had some random like bullet points and things to talk about at the beginning here while we kind of wait to see if anybody jumps on, or if anybody wants to ask any questions or anything like that at any point, because although I do mostly pre-recorded videos, when I do the Dragonstaff or Dragonfest workshops live, I do find that I can just get rambling and talking fast. So at any point, if you want me to slow down or stop, or if you want to ask me anything, feel free to jump in the chat. And okay, so this is a bit of a difficult bullet point to get into here, but I feel like I owe it to the people to discuss it a little bit. This makes me happy to see. In the chat, it says, because of your videos, I've been able to start getting paid to perform. Also, hope you have a better week now. Thank you. Thank you so much. And honestly, that makes me so happy. I see that on Patreon sometimes. I don't know, I feel weird saying students, but some of the people that are members on my Patreon, I see them getting gigs and performing and stuff. And just like, yeah. Because, yeah, if you follow me on social media, or my stories at least, you probably sense some of my, I guess you could say, saltiness with festivals after the past year. And so I guess I consider myself more of a teacher and less of a performer, but there's nothing more that I want to see than the people that are watching my videos or content or whatever, getting those gigs performing. So that makes me really happy to see. Thank you. And okay, so this was the bullet point I was saying. It's a little messy to get into, but I feel like if I'm going to post about something like on my social media stories or whatever, then I should probably, address it at greater length and not like short text, cryptic things. And so I posted a poll asking people's opinion on FAI, the Flow Arts Institute. If you're not familiar with them, they put on a few, or they used to put on more, but now they put on a few of the major flow fests around the United States, like Fire Drums, which obviously I have mixed feelings, but I love Fire Drum still. And they also put on Flame, which I'll be at in April. They used to put on Pacific Fire Gathering, which was probably my favorite festival I've ever been to in 2019. I was kind of gauging how people felt about them because I'm just double checking my notes here, make sure I'm not skipping ahead. Because I'm trying to figure this whole festival thing out and how these flow festivals operate. Everyone says they're not profitable, which, okay, I can understand. We are a small niche community and all that stuff. But on the other hand, if one organization is run by a small group of people, like let's say 4 people, like FAI, and they're putting on multiple festivals every single year all over the country, I don't know. I feel like maybe they just have great hearts and they do it every year, even though it's not profitable. And I'm totally out of line here. But I get the vibe like you wouldn't just do that every year just for the good of the community. At least I don't get that vibe. So that's kind of why I was trying to see where people were at with it. And again, maybe I'm totally wrong. I'm just trying to figure the whole thing out because, yeah, obviously they don't. Oftentimes they don't pay their instructors, which a lot of people don't ask for pay, and good on them. So yeah, I'm basically just trying to figure the whole thing out, and I got to talk to a bunch of people about it and got a lot of insight, and we'll see where things go. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure the whole thing out. Oh, and I'm also seeing your first big fest will be Soundhaven, Caleb. That is epic. I got to go to Soundhaven. What year was that? 2021, I think. Why is my focus camera focus? I don't know. There we go. So after like the lockdown and everything, I didn't go to any festivals, obviously, for like a year or two. And my first one back was actually Soundhaven. And whew, as a Californian, I'm very spoiled with the weather. So that weather was kicking my butt, but the festival and the lineup, everything was amazing. And no, you're not sending too many messages at all. Like I said, I don't know how many people will really jump into the live stream, so I appreciate you jumping in the chat so I have someone to interact with. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, I'll just keep rambling. But okay, yeah, Soundhaven. Okay, back to Soundhaven. Yeah, that had some of still like my favorite sets I've ever seen, like the Super Task set there. Yeah, there was so many good moments at Soundhaven. I would actually love to go back, and that was my only time being in Tennessee. But I remember driving around in the rental car when we landed and being like, "This is so beautiful. This is like the most well-kept secret ever, this state." And then I hopped out of the air-conditioned car and was like, "Oh, the humidity." But I don't know. It was a vibe. It was fun. I actually had a really good time at that festival, even sweating for the majority of it. One thing that comes to mind for that festival was the Super Task set where he opened with Healing and then went into Old Ways. And I started crying when he started playing Healing. And then once he started playing Old Ways, just started busting out laughing. And I was like, okay, anybody near me must think I'm a complete psycho at this point. But amazing set. And yeah, really great fire performers there too. So I'm happy to hear that. Yes, yeah, that was the set. Yeah, that one, it's still probably one of my favorite sets I've ever seen. I definitely, I wish I was closer to that one because I think that's part of the thing too for me in festivals. It's like it's a big ask to fly in, rent a car, and food and travel and all the things that go into it. So I wish I was closer to that one. And let me see, where am I at here? Okay, so back to the bullet points here. Just kind of going off the whole FAI thing. I don't want it to seem like I'm like watching everyone's pockets or anything like that. I actually would love for anybody who is passionate about flow arts and fire dancing to be able to make a living from it somehow. I feel like I'm kind of in a weird place. I don't take flow arts to be that serious because at the end of the day, if the apocalypse happens, like, is anybody going to be running around like, I need someone to teach me Dragonstaff tricks? Like, it's probably not happening. So, how important is it really? But then on the other hand, if you're performing or teaching and taking that risk and putting in the work and travel and all that stuff, I totally feel like you deserve to be compensated, especially as a performer, because if you're using fire, danger. You have to have a lot of awareness spatially. You have to have awareness of what you're wearing, make sure nothing's going to catch on fire. You have to make sure your props are secure and no extra fray coming off the wicks, all that kind of stuff. Because if that prop goes flying or a piece of that prop goes flying into the crowd, that's not good. And same thing, if a piece of that prop goes flying into the DJ equipment or the visual equipment or anything like that, I just feel like it's an accident waiting to happen if festivals don't compensate professional fire performers and instead just, go with the person who's newer to it who will, I don't want to sound like I'm shaming anyone, so I'm just going to stop there. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole thing. I don't take it that serious on one hand, but then on the other hand, it is very serious. my all-time favorite fire performer, as many of you know, Linda Farkas. We lost her too soon, and although I don't have the exact story of what happened, I am quite sure it was related to fire performing and fire dancing. So, yeah, it is very serious nonetheless. And double check my bullet points. Okay, I think we are basically past all of the talking points. I think we'll see if anyone else jumps on. Maybe I will get back to chatting. But for now, I'm going to try to angle the camera over and get to some Dragonstaff stuff because I've been talking for like, how long has it been? Okay, 15 minutes. Not bad, not bad. It felt like longer. But yeah, I think Dragonstaff's funner than talking. So bear with me while I get this looking somewhat decent here. Okay. Maybe slightly over. Okay. How we looking? I still want it over more. Okay. Now we're talking. We are in view. And yeah, I decided to bust out my good old faithful red spirals from Raised in Flames. I get asked about these all the time. As far as I know, they are no longer being made. I don't know how you can get a set anymore, other than just getting them off someone who doesn't want theirs anymore. But I think that's probably very unlikely or very rare. These things have been through so much with me and have taken a lot of abuse, and they do have a little bit of damage on them, but not nearly as bad as it should be for what I've put them through. Double check, make sure I'm not missing nothing in the chats. Okay. So. Something that I wanted to talk about first here. I'm also going to do my absolute best throughout these tricks and tips and concepts to mention where I grasped the trick or concept from, or who I got the trick or concept from. So this is something that I learned from Mick Phil, who has also been a major inspiration to me. And I believe he told me that he learned it from Jed Fowler. So I'm going to go with that. It sounds about right. And this is the concept of roll and rotation. This is a really important concept, and it'll really help you to understand a lot of tricks. More common or basic tricks like Chirolls, as well as more advanced tricks like weaves. So basically, the roll is the staff rolling forwards or away from you. That's one direction. The other way is it could be rolling reverse or towards you. So those are your two rolling directions: forwards, reverse. The rotation describes the movement of the head of the staff. So I'm hoping that the webcam flip-flopping everything isn't going to make this not make sense, but no, it looks right. So the rotation would be backwards. See how the head of the staff is making a backwards circle? Kind of drawing a circle backwards towards me. I'm going to grab my Fibonacci heads real quick. I feel like those might show up a little better for this. So I'm in my split time Chiroll. The staff's rolling away from me. or forwards. And if I turn to the side, you can see the rotation is backwards. So the heads of the staff are making a backward circle towards me. I can also do a split time Chiroll with the staff rolling forwards, but I can get, easier said than done, but you can get the heads of the staff to roll in a forward circle. There we go. So now you can see the head of the staff is making a forward circle. So that is roll and rotation. So one way to think about this, and I'm not going to necessarily go over split time Chirolls. I do have a tutorial for that on YouTube. You can look it up. But this is just kind of a way to think about roll and rotation and to apply it to tricks. Because especially in the beginning, it's just like a Chiroll. At least for me, I thought a Chiroll was a Chiroll. So by applying the concept of roll and rotation, you can get to 4 different Chirolls, which there are many, many, many different types of Chirolls. But just applying that concept, first we'll do the 2 with the staff rolling forwards or away from us. So this would be forwards roll, reverse rotation. Staffs rolling forwards, heads are rotating in a circle in reverse. And then you can do a forwards rolling Chiroll with the heads of the staff rolling forwards. So forwards roll, forwards rotation. And again, big shout out to Mick Phil. These are definitely concepts that I learned from him. So I want to be very clear and just give a shout out there. So then those are our 2 with the staff rolling forwards or away from us. We then have those same 2 with the staff rolling reverse or towards us. So this is reverse roll, forwards rotation. You can see the heads of the staff rolling in a forward circle. And there goes one of my dragon heads. This, I just redid my whole setup and I gotta put this one on correct. Oopsie poopsie. Let me grab my old red spirals. Okay, so reverse roll, forwards rotation. And then you have reverse roll. Reverse rotation. This is probably the most difficult for me. So 4 different Chirolls you can get to by applying that concept of roll and rotation. And as I kind of mentioned, you can also apply that concept to things like weaves and other tricks as well. And while I'm on that note, give me a sec here so my voice doesn't get all raspy. All right. Check 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, I'm not a singer, but I did have to do that in school. Okay. So while I'm on that subject, here's another brain melter for you. Theoretically, anything done with the staff rolling forwards could also be done with the staff rolling reverse. Not just Chirolls and weaves and things like that, but let's say a windmill. Usually we do this trick with the staff rolling away from us. But theoretically, you could try to do it with the staff rolling towards you. And yeah, this isn't something I tried in advance. I just wanted to go for it just to kind of prove the point here. I think it's kind of working. Definitely needs some work. And I'm sure there's probably exceptions to this rule, but it's kind of a fun game that I've been playing since the Dragonstaff Spintensive last year. Is I try to take tricks however I usually do them, whether it's with the staff rolling forwards or reverse. And however I usually do it, I try to flip it around and see if I can do the opposite, or maybe it doesn't work, but maybe I come across something else through that. Okay, so I think that's enough talking about concepts and things like that. Let's get into, oh, you know what? I got one more concept we're gonna go over. This month on the Patreon slow down, Daniel. On the Patreon channel, the theme is tosses. And this is kind of a concept from one of the tutorials this month. And it is 3 ways to toss your dragon, more so for beginners. So you can use these tosses in a lot of different ways, but it's just kind of a way to approach tosses as well as kicks. I will come back to that afterwards. And these 3 different tosses are, one is tossing the staff, and I guess you could say doing like a static toss, where the staff doesn't turn or do any kind of like full circle or anything. It just stays rolling away from you as you tossed it. It continues to roll away from you as it's in the air and as you catch it. I'm going to angle my webcam up a little bit, at least for these tosses. I also have low ceilings, so these are not going to be the craziest tosses here. Scoot over a little bit too. Yeah. Okay. So this is more what I'm talking about. It's gotta be, let me come back to my Fibonacci. These red spirals are not the best to use on the webcam. So yeah, I don't know about y'all, but almost every pair of Dragonstaff heads will fly off on me. I don't know if it's because I spin them very aggressively or what the deal is, but for that reason, I've kind of just stopped using the whole Allen wrench system, and I just basically put a bunch of grip tape between the staff and the head. Let's see if you'll be able to see on here. Probably not, but this way, Daniel, this way. Yes. Yeah, you can't really see that well, but yeah, I basically put some like, it's like textured grip tape between the hub and the staff, just so that it's kind of like the red spirals and it doesn't need to be tightened. It's just kind of shoved on there and it just stays. But I just re-gripped my staves and kind of took off the heads and switched between my Fibonacci heads. So I didn't have this one on well enough when it went flying, but we'll see now. So this first toss, staff is rolling away from you when you toss it, rolling away from you when you catch it. Nice and simple. And of course, I think these look nicer if you do them from like a lunge position, or if you're more familiar with yoga, like a warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Toss 2 would be doing a half turn or a half rotation so that the staff changes rolling direction. We toss the staff rolling away from us. We give one end a little bit more momentum so that the staff turns in the air. so that when we catch it, it's rolling towards us. Looks something like so. And of course, anytime you catch the staff and it's rolling towards you, the Superman is always there. If you don't know your reverse Chirolls. And toss number 3 is a full 360 or full rotation. So you'll toss the staff up, rolling away from you, but you'll give that one side a little more momentum so that the staff does a full 360 in the air, and it'll still be rolling away from you once you catch it. I don't know if I have enough ceiling space, so I'm going to kind of get down low and see what we can do. Woo. Okay. I'm going to try number 2. Yeah, we can do it. So yeah, that's kind of just 3 ways to think about tosses that could be applied in a lot of different ways. Those were all kind of what I consider to be more in like a horizontal overhead plane. Lately, I've been playing with the concept of doing tosses more in a wall plane. So you could also look at it that way. Although I don't know if you could do the first one that way, but you could do a half or full wall plane version of these tosses maybe. You could even do them with one hand instead of 2. And this also applies to kicks. So there's 3 kind of general ways that you could look at tossing the staff, either not changing the rolling direction at any point during the toss, doing a half turn so that it's rolling towards you, or doing a full 360. You could do the same thing with your kicks. And I'll lower the camera now that we're not on tosses anymore. Okay. So you could kick the staff up, not change the rolling direction. You could kick the staff up and do a 180 so that it is now rolling towards you instead of away from you. And if you have this space, particularly the overhead space, I bet you could kick the staff up, make it do a full 360 and catch it. I don't think I have the space for that, but I'm going to give it a shot with the red spirals because the staff's a little bit shorter too. Okay, let's see. This might be a disaster. Ooh, yeah, not enough ceiling space for me to pull that one off, but it is most definitely a possibility as well. So if I can find somewhere for this staff to hang out. All right. Okay. So that is all of the concepts that I had written down, although that last one I guess was more of like concept and tricks, but I've been finding that kind of going over concepts surrounding Dragonstaff instead of just like particular tricks can oftentimes be more helpful for people to kind of put things together, put tricks together, and come up with their own stuff or come across their own pathways and things like that, instead of just looking at it like this is the trick, this is how you do the trick. It's sometimes more beneficial to look at concepts, and then everyone can apply concepts in their own kind of way using whatever they have available to them. Okay, so let's see. I've got a fun trick we could try to go over. I'm going to be shouting out Mick Phil throughout this whole live stream. This is a trick that I got from watching one of his YouTube videos many years ago. I don't know if I'll have the space to pull it off. You'll see why that's a pun in a minute. But you will also want a jacket for this one. And I actually did make tutorial for this one. I think it's only on Patreon though, and called it a Superman jacket off. Jacket off. Okay. So you'll also want a very loose fitting jacket, preferably one even where maybe the sleeves are kind of loose. I've had this Ninja Pirate jacket since my second Flow Fest in 2019, and it's still one of my favorite jackets. So I've overworn it, and it's a little loose at this point. It's missing the strings, but it makes it perfect for this. So aside from having a loose fitting jacket, you'll want to have down your Superman. I think most people, this is one of the first tricks that we learn. I don't think I have a tutorial for it. Maybe I do, but I don't remember. But basically, if you don't know it, I'll go over it very quickly. You'll send the staff rolling up the arms towards you. Once it's reaching the inner elbows, you'll want to duck the head so that the staff can pass over the head. As soon as the staff comes behind the head, you'll want to bring the arms behind you to create a path for the staff to roll behind you, down the arms. And once the staff reaches the hands, you can stop the staff. The faster you are about stopping it and restarting it, the less noticeable it is. But sometimes pausing is good for dramatic effect. So you'll catch the staff on the hands, and then you'll send the staff back up the arms, duck the head, bring the arms back in front of you. Voila, Superman. And of course, people will say, actually, that's a static roll, and that's fine too. I learned it as a Superman, and I think more people know it as a Superman. So to get to the fun part, big shout out McPhil for this one. I think this is just one of those fun tricks that you never really see that is really fun for like a fire jam or a festival, fire circle, whatever the occasion is. So you're going to want to start by coming into your Superman. As soon as the staff comes behind the head and you're going to bring the arms behind you, you're going to grab those, what do you call these? I don't know what you call these. You're going to grab the front sides of your jacket, and as you bring your arms behind you, you're going to take that jacket off just a little bit. So you still have it on the wrists, but loosely on. And then you'll have the staff come down to the hands. Send the staff back up the arms. And as soon as you do that, as soon as the staff passes the jacket, I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to turn around so you can see, but I don't know if it's helping. As soon as the staff passes the jacket, you're going to throw that jacket off. Bring the arms in front of you. Voila, Superman jacket off. I'm going to do that again. Try to do it more in real time since that was very slowed down as I was just talking through it. Okay. This is also one of those tricks though where you have, like Eminem, you only have one shot, man. If you do this at the fire circle and you fail, you can't be like, oh, I need a retry. Like, nope, you either jack it off or you don't, you know? Okay, so let's see if we can actually get this on one try here. Well, there goes that one. Like I said, you can't ask for a redo on that one. It's you only get one shot. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I'm showing my age, I guess you could say. Okay, what other ones do I got written down here? This is definitely this is a brand spanking new hotness for any of you lovely folks looking for some of that new, this is a trick that I got from, I hope I'm pronouncing their name correctly, at least their last name, Joe Janicki, I think. It's at Janicki. I got to look it up so I don't get it wrong. On Instagram, at least, that's where I follow them. Got to give them a shout out for this trick. Okay, yeah, it is at Janicki_designs. That's JANICKI_designs. So I saw him do this trick with flower sticks, which I also do love me some flower sticks, although I never like post with them or anything. And I basically just took the trick and applied it over to Dragonstaff. Again, I don't know if I have enough space for this one or not. It's definitely not a trick that I land 100% of the time. And it takes being, I don't know about in good shape, but at least feeling in an active mood and me being sick. It's not the best time for it. But we're going to go for it anyways. Let me see if I can land it first this time and then talk you through it. We'll go through it flip-flopped of the Superman trick we just went over. Ooh, I got scared. Okay. I'm going to angle it to make sure that we don't miss this. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better, right? Right. Okay. Yeah. Woo! And the squeaker went off. Hopefully the camera caught that one. So, like I said, that's something that I saw Joe Janicki. I hope I'm getting his name right. I got it from him on Instagram. He did it with the flower sticks. I just copied it and brought it over to Dragonstaff because I've never seen that trick before on any prop, and it's pretty freaking epic. Like I said, I'm getting over being sick, so I'm a little weak sauce right now, so that got me out of breath. I have been staying on my yoga, but whew, moving fast. Okay. And I only recently started playing with this, so I'm sure there are other ways to do it. Like I'm sure you could start with the staff rolling away from you or forwards. However, I'm coming into it with the staff rolling towards me or reverse. So starting with the staff rolling towards you, I have my hands underneath the staff. And when you're ready to do the jump, you got to commit and you got to be ready. And even then, you might fail, but it's okay. That's why we practice. So as soon as the staff's rolling towards you on the hands and you're ready for the jump, you're going to switch the hand positioning so that the staff is underneath the hands instead of on top. Right there is your opportunity to come into the jump. And I really don't want to do it again, so I'm going to step over, but you know the thing, you saw it. And as soon as it's behind you, you'll end up in this position, kind of like you're in a Superman. And then from there, I did a little Superman toss, which this is another trick I have a tutorial for. I don't know if it's just on Patreon or on YouTube. If it's not on YouTube, I will post it on there this Tuesday. How about that? So you'll end in this position and you'll come into your Superman toss by tossing the staff up and overhead and having your arms ready to catch the staff. Woo. I'm doing baby tosses. Okay, you get the idea. So yeah, that's kind of a crazy, fun new trick I've been playing with. I'm gonna go back to chatting for a second here while I recover. I am seriously so weak sauce from being sick. I'm used to this. What was I about to say? Oh, as some of you have probably seen, if you're on my social media, I haven't really been like posting as much on there. That's for a lot of different reasons, but I have just been having a lot of fun really geeking out on learning new tricks lately, and I feel like when I'm caught up in the like recording videos thing, I'm actually less likely to just take the time to sit and figure out new tricks and things. I'll turn on the camera and then start flowing, and then as soon as I get like a decent like combo or minute or whatever, I'll shut the camera off and be like, cool, got the video. But that's just like flowing for Instagram instead of flowing for why ever you flow. So not posting so much online is kind of helping me to get back to why I flow, and not just flowing long enough to get a good video, and actually flowing until my heart is content. And so I've been playing with a lot of new tricks, and just watching a lot of people and learning from people who I love watching. And yeah, I feel like I do that a lot less if I'm worried about recording footage. So even though I haven't been posting as much videos, I've got a whole bunch of new, and that's what we're getting into right now. This is another new trick. I don't know if it has a name. It's something I got from, I need to get better about knowing people's pronunciations for their names. So I'm going to pull it up here. Christian Leos is what I want to say. Yeah, I got that one. I hope I got the pronunciation correct, but on Instagram it's at CRISTIAN.LEOS. This person has just been killing it with every prop they post videos with, like whether it's poi or Dragonstaff or whatever it is. I'm just like, what? So this is something I got from watching him, and I was actually messaging them about it, and I don't know if it necessarily has a name. I was saying I would like to call them like pop stalls or something. If anybody has a better idea, feel free to throw it in the comments or the chat. And it looks a little something like this. Yeah, angle a little bit better. Yeah. So, like I said, I've just got these from watching him. I've got, like, I guess you could say 3 different little variations of them, but I think they're really fun. I've been using them a lot lately. I've probably been overusing them in my flow a little bit, but I just feel like they're really cool, and I've never seen anybody really do something quite like it before. And they're also one of those tricks that I feel like you can kind of put your own kind of flavor on. So if you're seeing this, don't feel limited to these 3 that I'm showing. One, I guess the first 2 are really the same one. You just want to make sure you got both sides. So I start with the staff rolling away from me or forwards in my hands. And it's mostly either on the palms or on the backs of the hands throughout these. And then I flip the right side up into the left. And as I do that, my left palm is going to catch that side of the staff with the staff rolling towards me. And right there, I'm going to be really quick about tossing the staff up and letting my right hand hit the top of the right side of the staff, and then flip the staff back the way it came to rolling away from me. So it does change the rolling direction, but then it changes it back. So rolling away from you, flip it, rolling towards you, little pop, little stall, flip it back to rolling away from you. And this is flipping the right side up and over and then back. The second way would be doing the opposite. So we'll flip the left side up into the right, catch that end on the right hand, staff's rolling towards you, give it a little pop, left hand touches the top of the left side of the staff, flip it back, rolling away from you. Okay. And then the third version of this, which I think is the coolest one so far, where you kind of, I don't know what you call that, X the hands, cross the arms. So you basically keep the staff rolling away from you in the hands, toss the staff up, and then you'll raise the arms, cross the arms, and I catch it just for a moment on the backs of the hands, and then I toss the staff back up to uncross the arms. You know what? We got two of those too, because you could cross with the right arm on top, cross with the left arm on top. And I like to also step one foot across in front of the other when I do it, like so. Kind of mirrors the arms. And if you want to get really crazy with it, you could probably do a quick little pirouette while it's in the air and then catch it. I don't know if I don't think I've tried this one, but woo, hang on, redo. Woo! So there you have 5 of them actually. We got one direction, other direction, that's 2. Cross the arms, 3. Other arm on top, 4. We got the legs in front, 5. Other leg in front, 6. And we got a little pirouette. And of course you could pirouette the opposite way too. So what the heck? That's like 7 or 8 of them actually. If you want to get super technical, who doesn't like getting super technical with flow arts? So yeah, those are a really fun new trick I've been playing with. And let's see, the stream's got about, we're gonna keep rolling for like another 8 minutes. Got a bunch of bullet points for tricks that I didn't go over. Trying to decide which one we're gonna do here. That's the fizz dance, if you didn't know. Okay. So this one isn't super new, but it is, I would say, very uncommon. I don't see it done very often. This is one that I got from watching Brett Star. I mostly watch his videos on YouTube. I feel like it has an odd spelling too, like Bretdstar, if I'm remembering right. Don't hold me to that. But yeah, you can look him up on YouTube. Crazy, innovative dragon tech. Dude is a wizard, not just with dragon staff, but with contact staff, double contact staff. I'm sure other things as well. And there's 2 variations of this. One is with the staff rolling forwards or away from you. So we'll do that one first. And you'll want to start with your split time Chiroll. It'll end up looking a little something like this. And I don't know if this is exactly what he was doing in the video, but it was the best I could get out of what I was seeing. So it is also helpful to stand with one foot slightly in front of the other to kind of use the front of the body as a surface. And from my split time Chiroll, I like to call these like an underarm Chiroll. I'm just making up names, so don't quote me on that. I should probably reach out and ask for a name. But at some point when this right side of the staff rolls down my right hand, kind of down the right palm, I'm going to bring the right hand over the staff. And then as soon as I get the right hand over the staff, I'm going to bring the left hand over the staff. So I have the right side up over my right shoulder, left side down, but both hands over the staff. And then I'm going to roll the right side down the front of the body, followed by the left side. And then as soon as I roll that left side down, I'm going to bring the right arm underneath the staff, left arm underneath the staff to come right back into a split time Chiroll. So if you're really quick about it, split time Chiroll, 1, 2, split time Chiroll. And I mean, you could probably do multiple too. That isn't exactly, I think, what he was doing in the video that I was trying to replicate, but something like that. And this is with the staff rolling forwards or away from you. So of course, there is also with the staff rolling reverse or towards you, which would look something like so. So this one, of course, will require you to have down your reverse Chiroll. I do have a tutorial for that one on YouTube. If you don't know, your reverse Chiroll, very important trick to have in your arsenal, especially if you don't always want to rely on your Superman every time the staff's rolling towards you. So we're going to come into it pretty similarly, but a little bit differently. So instead of rolling it down the body, like from the upper body down, we're going to be rolling it from the lower body up. So we start with the staff rolling towards us, reverse Chiroll. As soon as the right side of the staff is on my right palm, I'm going to bring the right hand over the staff. As soon as I have the right hand over the staff, left hand over the staff. And now I'm going to bring the right side of the staff to roll from my lower body, like the leg, up, and then left side up. And then I bring the right hand underneath the staff, left hand underneath the staff, split time, reverse Chiroll. Okay. So when you put the two together a little bit quickly, looks something like so. And I guess for this variation, I'm not really using the leg as much, more just the abdomen, front of the body. But yeah, you're coming in from that split time reverse Chiroll. Sorry, I started. Okay, no, I didn't miss anything. Had to make sure I didn't just zone out and forget to chat. Okay, so from your reverse split time Chiroll, staff's rolling down the right hand, bring the right hand over the staff, bring the left hand over the staff, roll from the lower abdomen up with the right side, then with the left, bring the right hand under the staff, bring the left hand under the staff. Reverse Chiroll, underarm Chiroll, reverse Chiroll, underarm Chiroll. And again, I'm sure you could do this continuously too. Like, again, not what I saw Brett Starr do in the video that I was trying to do, but hey, flow is all about play. Otherwise, what the heck are we doing? And there's a minute or two, I don't know, about a minute left in the stream. I'm going to probably call it there so that I don't go way over. And this way I can, oh, let me switch the camera. This way I can also save some tricks for the next stream. This being the first one, I didn't want to like commit to be like, oh, if this one doesn't go great, I'm never going to do it again. So I'm going to at least do 1 or 2 more, see how they go. Yeah, thank you to anybody who did drop in, and thank you to anybody who watches this down the road. Hopefully anybody watching this later, hopefully you're learning some stuff out of it, and please let me know what y'all think. Personally, I do watch a lot of live streams, but not live. I've got like I sound like a like way younger than I am saying this, but I have like my favorite YouTube streamers that I watch, but I never catch them live. I always just watch them once they're uploaded onto YouTube. I'm not really the type to jump into the chat, but I just watch them later. So if any of you are like me and are watching this stream later, please let me know what you think I could do or should do differently. Maybe what else you would like to see. Yeah, this being the first one, I'm like, I kind of want to have it wide open and give the people what they want. So more chatty, less chatty, more tricks, less tricks. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. And big thank you, much love to anybody who jumped in or anybody watching this later. I'm going to get the heck out of here if I can figure that out. Oh, yep, I figured this out. All right, take it easy, y'all. Much love.